Hey guys, it's Mr. Edel here with a social studies adventure that's a little bit different today. Instead of being in a small town, I'm going to let you into a little presentation that I gave my students, and it's on the Secwepemc Shushwap People, an Indigenous group. So I'll take you through the slide presentation. And this is for people who are interested in First Nations and First Nation languages, and it does feature a few towns in the Kamloops area as well. Okay, where do these guys live? That's the part of British Columbia. They're up to the mountains and then quite a bit west as well. And the smaller, or the map with all the towns there show areas like Shushwap, Revelstoke. The Kamloops is kind of their southern territory. This is called the Thompson River Valley, up to Quesnel there on the left side. So back in the day, here's some photos someone took. This is before digital cameras. They would have to develop the photographs. It's quite the process. You can see in the back there, there's kind of the Kamloops area, sort of like foothills with barely, trees on them, but really small. There's kind of looks like there's maybe a church in the background there and some almost like teepee-like facility. There's some more pictures from historical ones, probably late 1800s. People didn't smile a lot back then. Plus, also, if you smile, there's a chance you stop smiling and then it would fuzz the picture. So it's better just to keep a straight face. That's what I heard. Some identification of the different people in that picture. Looks like some mighty big trees were cut down right around there. Drying something, some kids playing. Okay, nowadays, there's in full color now what the Secwepemc people dress, their traditional clothing, wearing some of it. Some ladies there with some of their designs. Secwepemc ladies. And nowadays, yeah, from the past till today, there's a website where a different nation of Secwepemc. This is the Kamloops. So you see Kamloops to Kamloops. Get it? It sounds Kamloops must be a name that came from the Secwepemc language. Okay, if you want to get there from the area I'm from, it's not that far. So say 6 hours from my school, be about 8 hours from Edmonton to get there. It's near the Wells Gray Provincial Park, Blue River, Clearwater, and then boom, you see it before Kamloops. That's the specific school that I found that teaches this Indigenous language. Okay, just a few facts about it. One tribe has 700 members that I was looking into. It's also called the Shushwap Nation. I think I told you that. Thompson River Valley. Chuchwa is a village there. There's that school. And the diet, I don't know, random facts. The diet that they used to have is about a third salmon, a third berries and roots, and a third from hunting. And I almost feel like the salmon run got kind of stalled when they put a big dam in the United States. It stalled the salmon from coming back upriver. But I'll have to look into that, or you can look into that. Okay, here's why we get emotional about this sometimes is that it's beautiful to have different languages in the world. Languages are kind of a beautiful thing. They sound cool. The way you describe things in different languages is just, you kind of do it differently. There's only 166 fluent speakers remaining. So this is a dying language, and that's something worth pondering. I wonder what you think of that. I did look at a website there. It talked about a dialect of Salish that was really on the brink of disappearing. Some of the last speakers were getting old and dying, and their children were not picking it up. So the language was almost like being wiped off the face of the earth, while literally being wiped off the face of the earth. So I love maps. Couple maps there. One showing the Secwepemc territory where Salish languages are spoken in some of that Secwepemc territory. And then a map in North and South America just showing you lots of different languages. You see the green there, that's where Cree being I think the most popular language in North America for Indigenous, spoken in a lot of places, right? And then you got the Athabascan ones, and then up on top of that, I guess my face is in the way. It says there Eskimo and I can't move this out of the way like my other program. So Inuktitut, that kind of language up top. I know my classes study a little bit of that in the Arctic region, social studies. Lots of maps there if you go there and check that out. Ooh, yeah, I love maps. Just go to this one here. Okay, I like this map. So here's what it's showing you is that the yellow area up here, only 50% of the people there speak those languages. So I just wish I could move my face like in the other program. Of these languages here, I'm using the Google Slides one. I should have used the Castify one. That's 50% people speak it. So over here, 50% people speak it. Here, this green area, which is like Algonquin languages like Cree, Blackfoot, the light green means that 10% of people speak their indigenous language. Okay, then you got in the orange area there. That's where your Secwepemc language is, and it's orange. And here it's darker, and so 0.1 or 1% of the population speaks it. So that is not good because that means there may be not a lot of time left. Okay, so some of this whole language thing is kind of new to some of us who just speak English. But if we think of English is kind of a world language that kind of took over the world a little bit. It becomes the trade language. Everyone kind of wants to speak English to do business. Got to agree on some language to talk to each other in, right? So that's kind of what happened. When you trace it back, it's a Germanic language and European, and it goes back to an Indo-European languages that include all kinds of Punjabi, Bengali, Hindi is related to us, okay? Russian, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, kind of more related according to this branch. Now, German, very related to English, and there, I'll show you the next slide a little clearer. German, there's Low German. There's some people in my class that speak Low German. It's like a language Mennonites speak. So what this shows you is that our languages are kind of related, and then when a language starts to kind of die off, it's kind of a sad thing. As some languages get bigger, some start to suffer. Okay, well I didn't have time for that one. I did find a Secwepemc dictionary, so you can look up some words there if you'd like. Might be some online ones. There are some online ones, but I didn't find them as good as this one. And hey, if you want to go study this language, you can go to university in Kamloops. They encourage it and provide classes. It's a big university called Thompson Rivers. And last picture, that's where I was camping one time on the way to Kamloops from where I live, close to Edmonton, and we found sort of a blockaded area there, and there was the pipelines getting built there, and this is an area that they stopped access to, it looks like. So I took a few pictures there, and I've visited there since then, and it's still kind of all set up like that. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed learning about a First Nations language that is not looking like it's very healthy right now, but you never know. There's lots of people who are trying to learn other languages on Duolingo or learning their indigenous language that maybe their grandparents spoke. So I always find that really awesome and fascinating. Okay, well, until next town, until next language, that's Mr. Edel saying, have a good rest of your day.